This is The Huddle.
Presented by
Hunt Services and Pacific Lamp and Supply. Every Thursday from noon to 2
on Seattle Sports.
You are listening to The Huddle with Dave Wyman, Michael Bumpus, Stacey Rost, and joining us now, Zach Charbonnet. Zach, I'm not saying this to flatter you or be nice, so I need you to know that before I say it, okay? I'm not just trying to get on your good side. We get so many texts, and Bump can confirm, of people saying, more Zach Charbonnet. Like, I think that that you have a running style in general that people kind of like. How would you describe it?
Yeah, I mean, especially just off my running style. Definitely physical. That's just the way I've been, always going up and playing the game, so that's always going to be my style too, but yeah, definitely just physical and downhill violence.
Were you coached that way, or is it something that has happened? You got older brothers, he used to beat you up, like why? Because every time I talk to you, you a cool dude, but then you're one of those guys who can flip the switch and just turn into just a beast out there.
Yeah, definitely don't have older brothers. I'm the oldest of all my siblings, so definitely not that. But I don't know, I've just kind of always had that edge to me just growing up. I mean, my mom's always had that edge as well, so
there you go.
Just go off that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love the idea of I got my running style from my mom.
Moms.
Yeah.
That's
That's where I got mine from.
I love that.
My mom.
Really?
That's where I got my attitude
your
from.
toughness and kind
Did you see the big smile on my
that.
Did you see the big smile on my face when he said violence?
Yeah.
I'm on a campaign to make the NFL violent again. And, it is. I think we ran into you in the elevator somewhere. It said, keep running people over. I'm always up in the booth. I call the games with Rabel. And every time you run somebody over, I'm like, thank you, Zach. I love that, man. I mean, look, the other thing about it is you also have shake and everything. So, like a lot of these guys, they don't know if you're going to run their ass over or put a move on it. You got both things going. Have you found that really helps? That, like, when do you decide, like, because I've seen you make moves, and then there are times you're like, all right, I'm just going to truck this guy. How quickly does that, that choice get made in your head?
Yeah, I would say just in the moment, really. It's not really something I'm thinking of, but sometimes I am. If it's short down in distance, obviously I'm going to run through someone. We got to get the first down and stuff like that, but obviously I like to kind of have that downhill physical style, but, also put a move in here and there too. So just to keep them guessing,
Mm-hmm. It seems like also you're kind of stubborn a little bit, because that play the other day where, the guy's holding your leg and you were just standing there like, I'm not going down to the ground no matter what. Do you have a little bit of a defiant streak on game day?
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Is there something about Shane Waldren that you really appreciate? I mean, we're still, 3 years in learning more about Shane, so it's always interesting to hear a player's perspective. Yeah,
I mean, definitely just the way he comes and attacks the game, just how much work he puts in, it really shows in his effort. And, that's something that just motivates me. I know it motivates other people on the team. So, that's just something to keep going and just continuing to learn from him, especially as a rookie. I can learn a lot from him and even the players. So
I think friendly competition is good. And I think when you look in the RB room, man, you got Ken, you got yourself, DJ. Sounds like Kenny is going to be back. Do you guys verbally push each other, or is it just more like, okay, performance at practice and in the game kind of holds everyone accountable to keep working and keep pushing?
Yeah, definitely just holding each other accountable and stuff like that. I mean, it's kind of hard to have that friendly competition, because at the end of the day, I mean, when I line up, I'm going against the defense.
Right.
I'm not going against the other running backs. So that's the way I look at it. I look at it as that they're my brothers and stuff like that. So I just support them. But at the end of the day, I'm competing against the defense.
Zach, what do you do with your off time? Not much time during the season, but like when you do get a day off or something like that. I know you like Mexican food, you told us.
Oh,
but
yeah.
what do you like to do? Have you gotten out and gone around Seattle or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, not really. It's kind of hard because even my off day is not really an off day. I mean, I kind of focus all around football still at the end of the day. But I kind of just sit around the house and, I'll sign cards and stuff. I still got to do all these autographs. But that's mostly it, and just watch TV and just do football. That's really my life right now.
That's same. We kind of do the same kind of thing on our off days.
There we go.
We sign those autographs. It's really busy for us. How's it been just adjusting to the NFL as a whole? I mean, we talked with you when you were like freshly drafted, and we're now months later, and it's kind of our first chance to catch up. So outside of just kind of what you're doing in your downtime, how's adjusting to life in the NFL and life with the team? Anything that you kind of learned here over the last couple months?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it hasn't been too hard adjusting. Just because even going to college, I went to college in a different state. So adjusting from a different state hasn't been too bad. I mean, at the end of the day, my whole life I've always committed it to football and family, and my family knows that too. So even if football's there, and I'm always going to center around that and my family, so it hasn't adjusted too much. But I'm definitely enjoying it a lot.
I've noticed they put you in a lot for pass protection. I think that's the hardest thing for a running back to really learn. I mean, in all levels, right? Running back, you hand the football off, you know which way the concept is going. Was that something you struggled with, something you've always been good at? I mean, obviously they trust you back there when it comes to that pass pro.
Yeah, definitely just starting from high school, you know where they have to pass protect back in high school. But that was something I really put on a lot of effort, especially in college, just because I know how important it is to be able to protect the quarterback and to be able to stand down on those downs too. So I've definitely put a lot of time in it. So even here, I'm still doing it, but, I'm kind of used to it. I know how to, look at the defense read and stuff like that and just look at little tendencies. So that's just something I just continue to grow on, even from the older guys.
So you were at Michigan for a couple of years, right? And then came here. Can you tell us just real quick, like what that experience was going through the transfer portal? Like, did you take a trip out there? How did that process go?
Take a trip to
UCLA.
Oh, okay. So during that time, we actually couldn't take trips because it was COVID.
Oh. Okay.
So I had no trips, but I had known some players on the team at UCLA that I went to high school with.
Okay.
So that's kind of how I got a good feel of kind of what UCLA was about and stuff like that. But just going through the transfer portal, I mean, it was just one of those things during COVID. I just wanted to come home. So, we were on that long break, so I just decided, I'm going to transfer somewhere closer to home. But,
what'd you study in school?
Yeah, so I did political science at UCLA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice being able to play football and not have homework, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
it's totally different. But, I still got to go back and finish because my mom wants me to.
Okay.
So this offseason, I'm going to have to go finish up school. But it's definitely a game changer.
I think it's a good idea from Mom. We got to give her credit for that one.
Yeah.
All right. He is Zach Charbonnet, kind enough to join us on The Huddle. Zach, thank you so much. Good luck on Sunday.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
All right. Do not go anywhere.